I literally just posted a YouTube video for cold pasta salad. Go check that out. I'll link it in the description below. But in the comment section, someone asked, hey, do you have any, basically not verbatim, they didn't say this, but do I have any recipes to share for basically surviving what's happening right now? And I don't want to say what it is because YouTube is really sensitive about talking about, you know, world affairs as far as emergency things. So I know a lot of people are relying on pantry items because basically you go to the grocery store and a lot of shelves are empty. So I basically took some stuff out of my pantry. I have not gone to the grocery store in about 2 days. I don't even want to go because probably nothing's going to be there. And I'm solely going to show you what I have in my pantry right now. And I'm not going to cook a lot of things today, but I want to give you ideas. This may or may not work for you because if you are in a town that has no grocery store open or the shelves are bare, you're looking for things and it's all gone, you know, we're going to have to rely what's in our pantry. So let me show you what I have and just ideas on the top of my head. Basically how to make things stretch. And if you need to ration things, or if you're in a family that you need to make, you know, 1 box of macaroni stretch for 4 to 6 people, I mean, this might work. So speaking of macaroni, here I have box of macaroni, but let's just pretend this is a can of tuna. Tuna Mac, very easy to make. You can jazz it up. I like to sometimes put lemon pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, raid your pantry, raid your seasonings, and, you know, jazz it up. If you're lucky enough to have some shredded cheese, add it in there, really good. I actually like to saute onion and celery as well to put into this. That's something actually my father loved to eat. And this is very economical and it's non-perishable. You can keep it in your pantry. I'm going to I have a frozen butter chicken from Trader Joe's. It comes with rice and butter chicken. This is something that you can stretch or ration. I don't know what term you want to use. Basically, this feeds one. But what I like to do, and I've done this in the past, I actually have 2 or 3 of these in my freezer. I chop up the chicken, I mix it with the rice, and I add extra rice to it. And I mix it all up. I add some fresh chopped green onion or scallions. This will feed 3 people. It will feed 3 people. I mean, it's a single serving and you're not gonna have the feast of your life. But if you are rationing food, you can turn this a frozen dinner that's very saucy, add more rice to it if you have it, and it can feed 3 people. That's something I do all the time because today I'm time pressed. My kid wants to eat, my husband wants to eat. Guess what, guys? You're getting butter chicken with rice. So that is something you can do with your frozen dinners if you have it already. Something that's saucy, add extra pasta to it. Go into your pantry and boil some extra pasta. If you don't have pasta, boil some noodles, throw it in, you know, if you have like a spaghetti or a pasta sauce type frozen dinner, add the extra carbs to it to make the pasta sauce in the frozen dinner stretch. Boom, you could feed 2 to 3 people. Here's something that's non-perishable. You could go to the store right now if it's just on the shelves. Again, it just depends where you're at right now. A box of chicken stuffing and a can of chicken breast or chunks of chicken. Mix it together. Again, it's a meal. It's a 1 bowl meal. You can make it stretch. Again, if you have fresh ingredients, toss it into your stuffing mix. Saute some onion, celery, bell pepper, jazz it up, season it with what you like. And if you really want to make it stretch, add a can of vegetables to it. Sweet peas and carrots. And yeah, it's going to look like a hot mess, but it will feed you if this is all you have. This is just something that's non-perishable. You might be able to still find it in the grocery store. It's an idea. It's really an idea. I'm not going to cook any of these for you. I might cook. I'll show you how I do the butter chicken one, by the way. If you don't already have this, pancakes. This is great if you don't have to be a kid. You can just be an adult by yourself. Pancakes, a box of pancake mix. You can ration this. It will go a long way, especially if it's just add water. Syrup, pancakes. And if you're not fortunate enough to have syrup, if you have honey, drizzle it on your pancake. If you have fresh fruit, add it to your pancake. And here's something else that we do in my house, and if I didn't have any flour, I would use pancake mix and actually make Korean pancakes with this batter. You can add scallion, onion, and make it savory. It doesn't have to be sweet. You can use this pancake batter and make something savory out of it. You know, this is just something to be resourceful with. Yes, you can make pancakes, but if you're like, well, I had pancake mix and I don't have syrup, make it savory. It could be a meal. So that's another idea. Now this is for people like, I have an autistic son and he has a lot of food aversions. So one of the only thing I can get him to drink is milk. And he can't live off a whole milk. I do make him oat milk, by the way. If you've got oatmeal, you can make oat milk. If you have raw almonds, almond milk. If you're struggling mom and you're like, great, I have a box of cereal, my kids want breakfast and they like cereal in the morning, but I have no fresh milk because the stores are closed or there is none left, then you can make oat milk out of this, or cans of evaporated milk. You can thin this out with water. I grew up on hard times growing up, so we did this a lot. We always had cans of evaporated milk, or my grandmother would call it leche pet. And to make it stretch, we'd add water to it. Also, there's the old non-perishable, non-fat dry milk. So if all the milk is gone in your grocery store, head to the shelves and see if you can find this. And this will tide you over till this whole thing just, I don't know. You know, if you're at home and you're not, you know, the stores are closed, those are non-perishable things that will last if you can get your hands on them. Now, a lot of this is pantry food items. This is something that you can buy that's not going to spoil in a week or in a couple of days, or, you know, who knows how long people are going to have to stay home. So I know you're not going to like this for all my cheese snobs, but this is non-perishable. American processed cheese, a can of refried beans, and a bag of nacho chips. These are yellow corn tortilla chips. You have nachos, and to make this easier to pour on your nachos, you thin it out, add a little bit of chicken broth, jazz it up with the seasonings and spices that you have, melt you some cheese, and again, it all goes back. If you don't have milk, I add water to this all the time. It sounds gross, but we're trying to survive here. Pour it over your nachos, get a can of jalapenos, pickled jalapenos. That is a meal in itself, and it will feed several, and it works. Here's something that you may or may not do already or know of, but this is something I do at home, and I don't show a lot of the things that I do personally because I do have a food channel. People like to see a more organic way of preparing food because it is healthier and it's not processed. But I'll be honest, I use a lot of processed food when I'm not making something fresh. One thing that I actually stock up on, I won't say I stock up on it, but I'm kind of glad I do have it, is jerky. For example, turkey jerky. If there's no fresh meat a week from now because stores are closed, you can chop this up, add it to fried rice, add it to scrambled eggs, add it to pasta, and it's only 4 ounces, and this 4 ounces of turkey jerky can feed a lot if you add it and mix it into things. So this is something that you can keep in your pantry. If you're scrambling and going to the store and there's no fresh meat left or fresh ingredients as far as fruits, vegetables, dairy products, jerky. And you definitely, like I said, if you're a single person, this bag of jerky could literally last you a week in a breakfast of scrambled eggs with jerky. You could really use this in several different meals and make it stretch. You know, it's not only about what's non-perishable, but like one of my commenters said, rations. You can ration this bag of jerky into scrambled eggs, like I said, pasta. You know, instead of just eating it as jerky in one sitting, you can make it stretch and mix it into things. So I think that's a good tip. Now for my non-meat eaters, this is something I use all the time when I make Korean stews. I love to have meatless meals. You know, for those of my viewers that are vegan or vegetarian, dried mushrooms. Dried mushrooms, you keep it in your pantry and you can boil these and soak these and add it to your dishes. You can take a handful of these dried mushrooms, boil them and let them soak until softened, chop them up and add it to eggs. You can add it to rice. You can do a vegetable stir-fried rice with dried mushrooms that are soaked, and a can of vegetables. So this is something that, you know, again, you might be going to the store and everybody's headed for fresh ingredients. Try to check out some of the non-perishable goods, you know, on the shelves. These are things that you definitely can ration and make a meal out of. And here's something that I just pulled out of my pantry. It's kind of half open, but for those of you that like oatmeal and you don't have fresh fruits, again, dried fruit, mix it in with some oatmeal, and you have bananas in your oatmeal. And also, if you want it creamier, then toss in some of your dried milk with water. So that's something that, you know, kids could enjoy, adults. It's a breakfast idea. Now, a lot of staples growing up consisted of fideos or sopitas. Very cheap, budget friendly, feeds a lot. I love to make a bag of this with a can of sweet corn, mix it in with that tomato chicken broth, and that's a meal. It doesn't have to have meat in it, guys, especially if you're just trying to fill your bellies and, you know, ration your food. This is something that'll stretch. And of course, the economical Maria cookies. I am going to show you something. Some of you are going to cringe at this. Now, I did a while back in December or November, I did a struggle meals video. And, you know, I think it must have inspired people or just kind of, you know, reminded people of childhood things that they used to do to get by, because the struggle was real when I was growing up. But one thing that we used to do was take Maria cookies, a cup of coffee, and mash the Maria cookies in the coffee. And actually we would eat it kind of like a porridge or cereal. I know you guys are probably cringing at that. Yes, it's gross, but that's just another thing we did to have something to eat. I mean, it wasn't always eggs, toast, and bacon, or pancakes, or a breakfast sandwich, or breakfast shake. That's not what we had available to us, but we definitely had cheap Maria cookies, and my grandmother always had coffee, and that's something that we would do. So let me show you what I do with this butter chicken. Just to I feel like I should show you guys a recipe, because I know I do recipes, but I think this is just as important. And shout out to my commenters for asking for this. This is a great idea. I thought about it about a week ago, but I thought I wouldn't even know how to present it. So let me show you how I'm going to ration this one frozen meal. Okay, so here's my leftover rice, and yes, this has barley in it, that's why it's mixed. If you just have plain rice, that's fine. Or you can get like those bags of minute rice, whatever you find easy. So here's my butter chicken, and I'm going to show you. And I know some people are like, ew, don't microwave it in a plastic container. Well, that's what I'm doing today. So I'm just going to into the microwave for about 3.5 to 4 minutes. Okay, so this is hot. It's warmed up. So this is pretty much a single serving, but I'm going to chop up this chicken and see how saucy this is. And I have fresh fruit over there. This is seriously going to be their lunch. Before I even did this video, I already knew this is what I was making for their lunch. So if you have extra rice, my husband does like barley rice. It's just a combination of barley and rice. And the sauce is kind of spicy, so this is why it works particularly with this, because they like the extra rice. I'm not going to give them all the rice. Now, I just go in with half of the basmati rice. Okay, now I'm just going to ladle half of it over the rice. And then what they'll do is they'll mix it themselves. And it really does portion well for 2 people. Like I said, we get away with doing 3. That's if I want to have a bite. So a little parsley to make it, you know, to make it feel like I really put a touch on there. So they're having sort of a working lunch today. I've got their spoons here. And there you have it. This is how you can stretch a frozen meal for 2. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you guys are in a situation where there are no groceries, or you cannot find groceries, and you are just in a low income struggle situation, which I completely understand, please look towards your local community, churches. I am in the greater Houston area, so for all my Houston, Texas people, For those of you that don't know, the Houston Rodeo was canceled, but there are tons of vendors that were stuck with lots of good barbecue and treats. So a lot of them donated to the Houston Food Bank. So if you can get there and you need food, you might want to hit them up, because I completely understand. Some of us live paycheck to paycheck, and when there are emergencies, things like that, it doesn't matter how much we try to prepare. It's just, we can't. So if you need help, if you're in the greater Houston area, hit the Houston Food Bank. They have donated food there, and it's good food, and it shouldn't go to waste. So for my viewers, wherever you are at, please stay safe, wash your hands, be mindful of people around you, and if you can, stay home. And I completely understand if you're in a place where you can't work from home. I understand. Hopefully we get through this and do the best you can, you guys. I hope you guys stay safe, be well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.